Kayla Braxton recently shared a scary story of a disturbed fan who had been harassing her on social media for a while. Braxton has garnered quite the following courtesy of her WWE stint and currently boasts almost 200k followers on Twitter. Her segments with stars such as Paul Heyman have been well received. With a large following, Braxton regularly receives messages from her fans. One of those followers has taken it too far. According to Kayla Braxton, the fan in question has convinced themselves that they are in a romantic relationship with her. The reason behind this delusion is that a catfisher is talking to the fan on social media and is pretending to be Braxton. She added that she's blocked the fan 14 times on Twitter. "I've had to block the same person on here using different usernames, and I'm not exaggerating here, 14 times. I've counted. This person is convinced we have a romantic relationship because they're talking to someone who is pretending to be me. Both sides of this, please stop," wrote Braxton. Kayla Braxton is just one of several wrestling personalities who have suffered because of fans getting catfished. As per Business Insider, here's what the term means. Catfishing is deception at its very core. A catfish creates a fake online identity in order to lure victims. WWE superstar Seth Rollins was attacked by a fan last year. During an episode of Raw, it was later revealed that the fan had been scammed by a person pretending to be Rollins. The fan took his frustration out by attacking Rollins on live TV, before being caught. Shortly after, Alexa Bliss sent a message to her fans, urging them not to fall for catfishers pretending to be her on social media. Kayla Braxton has presumably gone through a great deal of mental anguish while dealing with this individual. The Godfather regrets being mean to Stevie Richards, as he didn't treat him well when they were together in WWE. Richards and The Godfather were both a part of the Right to Censor faction. The Godfather was known as the Good Father in the stable, which was a short-lived group that also included Ivory, Val Venis and Bull Buchanan. They were on WWE television for a year between 2000 and 2001. In a recent appearance on the Cheap Heat Productions podcast, the Hall of Famer stated that he was unnecessarily mean to Richards as he was not pleased about being a part of Right to Censor. He was unhappy that WWE removed the Godfather gimmick. "To this day, I've never really been a bully in my life, but I took it out even though it wasn't his fault. I took it out on Steven Richards and I was really mean to him. He was the one I blamed for the Godfather gimmick, but it was not his fault. If I ever see him, I'm going to apologize for being that mean. I was just kind of mean. I took it out on him that I wasn't the Godfather. I just wasn't a nice person, and he knew I wasn't a nice person to him. If I ever see him, I'll apologize because it wasn't his fault," said the Hall of Famer. The Godfather narrated an incident where Richards had to slap him in storyline. The former was mean to the latter and threatened him, which forced Richards to land weak slaps on the Godfather. This infuriated Shane McMahon, who was also part of the storyline. When the Godfather gimmick ended, the veteran wanted to quit WWE. Vince McMahon heard about it and put the tag team title on him, which made him stay in the company for a while. "So right away, I was like, dude, I'm out of here. I think Taker went to Vince and said I'm getting ready to leave. And all of a sudden, they dropped the belts on me, and I had loyalty," said the Hall of Famer. He eventually left WWE in 2002, a year after the Right to Censor faction disbanded. Sasha Banks was involved in a scary moment at the recent WWE Live event in Fayetteville. The former women's champion had to be escorted backstage after her match, and several fans have raised concerns about her status. The Legit Boss issued a statement following the incident and informed her followers that she was doing well. Sasha Banks also put out a message of gratitude. "I'm good, thank you for the love always," Sasha Banks tweeted. Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair have been battling each other on the live event circuit for several weeks now. The longtime rivals have had solid matches for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Their most recent bout in Fayetteville, North Carolina, was also expected to be a show stealer, while Sasha Banks was able to complete the match. One particular spot seems to have caused her a lot of pain. The spot in question was when Charlotte Flair executed a backbreaker on Sasha Banks, who accidentally got her feet caught in an awkward position during the landing. As it is with live event cards, the champion retained her title, but the challenger was visibly in some discomfort after the contest. The referee even threw up the X sign and indicated that Sasha Banks needed some medical attention. Thankfully, Banks put out a positive update regarding her status, and we hope she doesn't miss any in-ring time due to the freak accident. WWE is also facing a massive injury problem as Drew McIntyre was reportedly written off TV due to legitimate neck issues. Roman Reigns' positive COVID-19 test has also been a significant blow for the WWE, and another injury to a top star like Sasha Banks would have been a disastrous situation for WWE. As things stand, Banks is doing fine, and we hope to see her back in action on SmackDown. WWE Hall of Famer Bully Ray sent a heartfelt message to Michael Cole and Pat McAfee following WWE Day 1. At WWE Day 1, the Usos defeated the New Day to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles. At the end of the match, the Usos hit Kofi Kingston with a 3D on Kofi Kingston to win the bout. Cole screamed 3D as soon as the Usos used the legendary finishing move. McAfee responded to Cole as he said that it wasn't a 3D. It was actually a 1D, he then said, "One and done." Pat McAfee also gave a shout out to the Dudley Boys by calling the move a remix of the 3D, one of the most devastating finishers in tag team wrestling history. Bully Ray reacted to the comment through his official Twitter handle, as he sent a message to Cole and Pat McAfee. Based on his tweet, Bully Ray clearly appreciated the recognition from the WWE SmackDown broadcast team on Saturday night. Bully Ray and Devon Dudley were collectively known as the Dudley Boys, one of the most popular tag teams in WWE history. The duo won the tag team titles on 10 occasions during their WWE run. During an interview with Chris Van Vliet, Bully Ray revealed the origins of the 3D. "I thought to myself, oh wow, wouldn't be cool to shoot a guy so high in the air that you can spin underneath and hit a diamond cutter," said Ray. "That morphed into the Bubba Cutter, which I used. When me and Devon got together, I thought we need a tag team variant of the diamond cutter because it's never been done before. It remains to be seen whether the Usos will use their version of the 3D in their future matches. What did you think of the Usos paying homage to the Dudley Boys at WWE Day 1? Sound off below." Brock Lesnar shocked the entire world by becoming a 6-time WWE champion last night at Day 1. Bobby Lashley has now sent a subtle message to the Beast incarnate following his title victory. Shortly before the show on Saturday, Brock Lesnar was added to the Fatal 4-Way WWE Championship match between Big E, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Bobby Lashley. WWE made this change when Lesnar's original opponent, Roman Reigns, was pulled from the card after he tested positive for COVID-19. Throughout the match, Brock Lesnar dominated all other stars, but Bobby Lashley seemed to have the upper hand. He delivered multiple spears to Lesnar, and he trapped the Powerhouse him in the Hurt Lock. Following Lesnar's victory, Lashley even stared the new champion down to tease a potential match between the two. The Almighty has now taken to Twitter to send a warning to Brock Lesnar, as he posted a brief clip from Day 1 of himself spearing Lesnar through the barricade. He also added an hourglass icon in the tweet, seemingly hinting that it's about time he faces the Beast incarnate. Bobby Lashley has been vocal about wanting a match against Brock Lesnar since he returned to WWE in 2018. From the looks of it, fans might finally get to see this match happen very soon. Dave Meltzer has reported that Brock Lesnar's next opponent is set to be Bobby Lashley. "You could tell, at the end of the show, they teased that glare with Lashley and everything like that. And that was the last scene," said Meltzer. "The match was booked specifically for that direction. Big E was the one that was pinned because if Big E wasn't pinned, and obviously, you'd want to go with Lesnar and Big E. While this match is certainly WrestleMania worthy, it could happen earlier, possibly at WWE Royal Rumble 2022. WWE is still reportedly planning to have Lesnar face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 38, so Lashley's feud with the champion could be a short-term direction. Do you want to see Lesnar face Lashley? Sound off below.